couple other decks here that I didn't have on deck that I just felt the nudge for, and always a reason for everything. Nothing is random. Nothing is a coincidence. So before we get started here, I'm preparing myself. I'm going to go and record a message for our Patreon community, our private soul tribe, for our subscribers. I have a whole list here of things I want to speak on, messages that I've been receiving, things I've been experiencing deeper into the astrology. So if something speaks to you, if you would like a deeper dive on this Libra full moon we are approaching, which is actually the bookend to the eclipse season, officially, unofficially, whatever, right? I mean, things will continue to play out, progress. What the seeds we planted this eclipse season will begin to sprout in the fall, but that doesn't mean we won't see anything before fall, right? Like momentum, amplification, the energies are speeding up, quickening. But yes, I am not feeling super great myself. Just keeping it real with y'all, and I don't get sick. I don't get sick because when I am tired, when I am feeling run down, the second I feel some sort of dis-ease, I tune into my body wisdom. I haven't been to the doctor in years and years and years, so that was not the case for me. I was the girl who was chronically ill for like 15, 20 years. I was a nurse. Back in the day, I was a hypochondriac at one point, the person that would Google all my symptoms, but yes, so much light, right? And a full moon is a culmination point always. But we had Neptune transition into Aries a little over a week and a half ago now. And we are feeling that shift, especially those of us that are energy sensitive. I'm feeling it in my solar plexus mostly. Like I'm calling it my power center purge. And that makes sense, right? When we have this Libra full moon this weekend, same day, Venus also stations direct, and Venus is the ruler of Libra, and Venus is all about worth, value, relationships, how we see ourselves, and therefore how we deem ourselves worthy or not, right? I just saw 222. But with that, you know, Venus has been in retrograde for 40 days, 40 nights, a long, I think it was about 43 days technically, but a long deep dive. So we came to some realizations, right? Things that we maybe are being asked to let go of, things we are no longer willing to put up with. You maybe just feel like you don't quite fit in your life, like the things that used to speak to you, light you up, just don't anymore. No, you're right on track for that. Oh, my unicorn deck here, that's the one I wanted to get out. But yes, we're going to dive into these energies, a deeper dive into the Libra full moon in Patreon here. But this moon is a magical, mystical moon. It's a balancing moon we are approaching, and it's a couple days away here now, but we're already feeling it, right? The window is already open. And full moon in Libra, but we're in Aries season here. Think of it like a rebalancing, recalibration phase after all of that underworld journey we have just been in for the last 6 weeks or so. And I believe, yes, after Venus stations direct here, we have like this 3-week window until beginning of May when Pluto goes direct, where no planets are retrograde. So think momentum, looking forward, implementing what we learned this last month and a half or whatever during eclipse season, during the retrogrades. But with that, this reminds me, it's in my phone, so I can't quite get to the message here, but it was a message I was creating this morning that came through out of meditation. That usually works that way for me. I get my best ideas out of the bath, out of meditation. But yes, guidance is always available to us. But you may not believe that is so if you are expecting the guidance to come in the form of an action step to take. Sometimes the guidance we receive is the opposite of that, right? The guidance is non-action, or to take a step back. Good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here. If you're just tuning in and you would like to receive a message, stand in your power. Yeah, be passionate about your vision, bring about positive change. That solar plexus, right? Our power center here, our personal power center. I'm reading this Anatomy of the Spirit here by Carolyn Miss, maybe. I probably said her last name wrong. So good, though. I'm just through the solar plexus right now, actually. And the root chakra is our tribal power, you know, our community. How we determine who we are based on what we are shown, what we are told when we are born, right? And then we have the our sacral, which is about partnership, and then solar plexus here, which is our personal power. we step into our personal power and we individuate from the tribal mind. But where was I going with this? What made me think of that book? Anyways, if you're just hopping on and you would like to receive a message for you that's more personal for your life story, you can drop a comment, drop a question. You can make it that intention known energetically. You can speak it out loud to yourself, whatever feels right for you. And know that there's always extended messages in the Patreon community for subscribers. And these are general messages, a general wave. Just kind of take what applies and let the rest fly. If something fits in your life story, great. Our Patreon community is a little smaller community, so therefore you're more likely to receive a message that will make sense for your life, that will be more personal for you. And always I'm available for personal readings if you would like to work with me one-on-one. You can drop a comment and I will reach out. Let's just see what our unicorn friends here want to say. Pull a couple cards, kind of get a taste for where the Patreon message, full moon message is going to go. And then if you want to join us there, you sure can. Yeah, 4-4, I am presence. Expand your stellar gateway. I am that I am. I saw someone I follow. I don't even remember who it was. I don't even think it was someone I follow. It was just, sometimes Instagram will suggest people for you. And it was a gentleman. He had a tattoo. And it was I am. And then it was the greater than symbol. I am is greater than the world, right? Or greater than anything in this physical world. And I love that. It also reminds me of the song Unstoppable by Sia. So that might be a sign for you. And also 1010. When I hit record, it was 1010. So that might be relevant for you. And also endings and beginnings, both, right? We have a lot of planets transitioning from Pisces to Aries and back again. And that is the 0 point, the world axis center. So creation energy. Use these next 3 weeks with this forward momentum to get real crystal clear on what you want to carry with you moving forward, and what you are no longer willing to tolerate, what feels heavy. Take that heaviness as an indication it's safe to put it down here. Yeah. Only choose what satisfies your soul. Soul satisfaction. Do what makes you feel good. Words are tricky. Not as bad as it was on Monday, but I wanted to speak on that. With Mercury has been retrograde. That's communication. I've just been noticing words are harder or tripping up on my words more the last few weeks. So if that's you, no, you're right on track as well. Recalibration. Oh, and the full moon, right? Libra full moon taking place in Aries. So again, recalibration, rebalancing. Aries is I or me, and Libra is we. Soul healing, align with your essence. See your true colors. Yeah, soul essence, soul satisfaction. Choosing what lights our soul up, what's respectful for our soul, and letting go of the rest. Choosing rest, even if it's not popular, right? And it typically isn't in our world of overconsumption, but know that you putting yourself first, you choosing rest, you choosing alignment, so you don't end up with disease, right, is a benefit for all of us. So thank you. I appreciate that. And that's what I wanted to say at the beginning too. Your healing work, the inner work you are doing, you maybe don't have anybody in your life that tells you what you're doing matters, that they appreciate it, that they see you. So I see you. Queen of Swords here. Yeah, these boundaries, allowing ourselves to rest when we feel called to do so, knowing the to-do list never ends, right? But there are some things we can eliminate. Do the bare minimum, which you absolutely have to do. That's my plan for through the weekend. I do need to get some groceries tomorrow. But other than that, think of this moon as a self-care moon here. Yeah, the world here. End of one cycle, beginning of another. Like I was just saying, Pisces, Aries, these planets retrograding and then stationing direct again over the world axis point. Empress energy. Step into your empowered Empress energy. And be willing to show up messy, right? Attracting like a rose, receive abundance, desires. With that, we'll tap into the abundance deck. Yeah, allowing ourselves to receive. If we are constantly either consuming and or, putting things out, like creating, then we don't allow any space for others to give to us, right? That balance, that, again, Aries, Libra axis, from me to we. but we, not in a codependency way. Awareness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. Know that you are held. Know you have help in the unseen realms. I'm going to write down that community here because we're going to dive a little deeper into that community here in Patreon as well. Yeah, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning and teaching. Let's tap in with our abundance deck since that abundance came through for us. If you're just hopping on, say hello. You could let us know where you're tuning in from, how you're feeling in these energies. Thank you for being here. Let's just see. Yeah, courage was here when I first split the deck in divine source. Help me know that all my deepest needs will be met. Let me trust that there is a plan and that the right actions will come. Yeah, we don't have to see the full plan, the full detail, and in fact, we aren't supposed to. Trust those nudges, trust the guidance. And again, remember that sometimes the guidance is to take a step back. Maybe you need to clear your throat, maybe a throat chakra meditation. We probably will tap into the chakra deck and see if there's a meditation you can do. I know for myself, I'm going to be focusing on my solar plexus. But I'm always grateful for a big purge because our body is wise. Our body is much wiser than our mind. So if there's something we are releasing physically, energetically, emotionally, all the ways, know that it's divine. Yeah, acceptance. Radical acceptance in the now opens the flow. Accepting where you are at now allows what's needed next to come through. However you want to say that, right? Let's tap in with our shaman deck here, and then maybe we'll pull a chakra card for us. Yeah, completion. What is asking to be released? What has been dying that you're still trying to water, right? Don't water a dead plant, basically. Know when it's time to let go. And more expansion, evolution is the name of the game here. Nothing will ever be taken from you without being replaced with something more fitting, more appropriate, more in alignment. I'm not going to say better because, you know, it doesn't negate the fact that what was previously there for you wasn't just right here, but we're taking a bold step forward now here. That's beautiful with this forward moving energy for the next 3 weeks. 5-5 there is also change and resourcefulness. Even if it looks like things are all dried up, I'm thinking of the cactus here, this horned cactus, and what we can't see beneath the ground, their veins, their vessels, how they get their nutrients is bigger than what you even see on the surface. And that's kind of a beautiful metaphor for life, right? There's always more than what we're seeing, more than what meets the eye. Joyful muse, inspiration, 3-3. 3-3 has been coming through strongly for me. 6-6, 6-1-6. 3-3 is Christ consciousness here, and we are stepping into this awareness here that we are embodying this Christ consciousness energy, right? We are the savior we have been looking for. No one is coming to save us, but surprise, we are the ones we have been waiting for. What freedom and liberation in that, right? Yeah. Emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, fluidity, heart chakra. I think that's beautiful for this full moon, all about balance, right? Balancing self and the other. Knowing that we only have something to give to another if we pour into ourselves so we can show up as our best self, right? Like if we are feeling depleted, garbage in, garbage out, right? If all we have within is turmoil, angst, anxiety, chaos, whatever, that's what we will give away. And also our internal world is reflected in the external. So anytime you feel like things are chaotic outside of you, moving too quickly, always an indication. Law of attraction here. Yeah. You are the eye of the storm. You are the MVP, the most valuable player, the leading role, however you want to say it, right? This is your story. This is your world, and we're just in it. So if things need to slow down, if you're feeling overwhelmed, always an indication to go within, to tap in to your intuition here. I love that. All right. Before I get too sleepy here, I'm going to go record a message here for our Patreon community, our private soul tribe. So if you would like to see more further You can join us there. Link is in the pinned comments below and also in the description box. And know that when you join, yes, you'll get access to the message I'm posting here just in a bit this morning, but also access to all of the previous content. So if my energy resonates for you and you'd like to see more of me, hope to see you there. I'm wishing you a beautiful weekend. Utilize this magical, mystical energy. Remember who you are. Thank you for being here. That's all I got for today.